All right, video number dos. Okay, so there were just two things I wanted to talk about, but I wanted them to be in two separate videos. The other thing I wanted to talk about is I wanted to kind of talk about what you can do when things are slower, and if we don't have a party actively going, which we should always try to have our own link and our own party going, but also try and see if some of our previous customers want to also enjoy getting kudos and throwing a party with us. So one of the things that I was thinking about that I do when when things are not all over the place and I'm in groups and posting and stuff, especially when you first start out, because it's not, sometimes it just things just take right off, but sometimes things take a little bit longer to roll. So one of the things that you could do is get on to Carrie's page. You could get onto Carrie's page, you can get onto Stephanie's page or the Presenters Only page and educate yourself on any of the things that we've either tagged you on, myself or Valerie or Danielle or any of us, what we've tagged you guys on. Just make sure you guys are looking at those posts because we're tagging them because we've read the posts and we've found them beneficial. So definitely check out those posts and then share them with your downline. So you guys could be doing that. You guys could also be getting on Pinterest and looking for photos or ideas on ways to advertise or ways to, because you could totally advertise through Pinterest and Instagram. Facebook isn't the only venue. So get out there. I know that there's a couple other ones too that people are starting to use, like Google Plus. I haven't really got on there very much, but that is something that you can use. But I do use Instagram and Pinterest a lot. Sometimes I'll get on there and post in my makeup page, some looks that I like, and then some of my own looks, some of the things that I've done with the makeup myself. So make it interesting because you do have people that follow you on there as well, and you're just kind of making sure that they are seeing what you're about and seeing that you're serious. So you're definitely working your business even though, maybe you're not selling that moment or that day or whatever the case may be. But there's always opportunities to sell or to share. I like to say share because I feel like selling is because it's all about you. Selling is like a very, I feel like selling is a very, what's the word I want to use? It's not selfish, but it sounds selfish when you say selling. I worked in commissions and I worked for a really, really awesome company years ago, and I hated that point of selling to make commissions or things like that. I wanted to share all the fabulous stuff, the new products that came in with my customers. I would be on the phone calling them like, hey, you've got to come check this out. These brand new jeans came in, or this brand new beautiful Diane von Furstenberg dress came in. You got to come check this out. You'll love it. And you've already tried it on yourself. So usually you kind of have tried on the products and then you're also telling your customers, oh, I do love this actually. This is really awesome. So there are ways to definitely share that excitement and advertise that way. I know that Carrie talked about, we have our new catalog. You can totally go to any one of these places, whether it's a gym or a salon or anywhere that there would be a group of people and share your catalog or, have a bucket. I know that there's some people that have done certain things like that. I CrossFit. So for me, I was able to go into my gym and I mean, half my girls there, if not half, at least 70% of them that I know, they all wear the mascara because I've talked to them about it. I went to the bathroom to show one girl and 5 people came in and they all wanted one and their friends wanted one. And so that's kind of how you make it happen because you're excited. You're like, let me just show you how this works because this is serious. And so you go out and you do those things, even though it's kind of uncomfortable. That is the best way to share with your friends is in there doing it because they see the excitement. They see it happen right before their eyes. Go out there and do one eye with mascara and do the other eye without, or one eye with your Younique and then the other eye with just regular mascara. However you want to do it to where people could see that there is a difference, and you're sharing that difference and you're putting yourself out there. When you do, there's things that happen. There's also events that you could look into in your area. Like whether it's at a school or whether it's an event with the town or the city that you're in. Try and do stuff like that. Try and work your business that way to where you are covering all angles. This isn't the only angle. Facebook is not the only angle. So definitely try to be creative. I mean, it's just, everything's so modernized that we are able to do so many different things at once. And so, and again, like I said, I get on Instagram when things are when I'm doing my research mode, and I'll get on Instagram and I'll check other people's posts with Younique, and I'll find pictures that I really love, and I'll kind of change them around and kind of use an app and create a border and do that sort of stuff. So if you ever use any photos that you find online, make sure that it's Younique, one, and make sure that you download it and use an app to be able to change the border or something along that with the photos, to where you're not, because that's when spamming comes involved with Facebook. They really don't like that when you are sharing so many pictures of the same picture. So please make it your own, to where you don't get, that red flag. But yeah, those are some of the things that I do when people might think that it's slower. It's not necessarily slow. I want you guys to always be working your business. If you work your business, I think when I started back in June, I've worked my business daily. If maybe I was on vacation, I checked out for a couple days. But for the most part, I am working my business daily. I make sure that I'm on there, I'm posting, I'm checking, I'm following up with customers. I'm seeing if, because if you follow up with a customer, you never know. If you don't follow up with those customers that have ordered from you, say, hey, a week after it's been delivered, fabulous, Younique lets you know when it's been delivered. Call and say, hey, what do you think? How do you like it? Do you love it? Kind of go about it that way. And then, half the time, they love it and they want to make sure that they share it with their friends and family, and they'll be like, hey, yeah, my mom wants some. Okay, great. But if you never went and checked on them, it's not like they're going to come to you every time. So you want to make sure you're making initiative and taking control where you could take control. And that's more or less the reason about this little blurb here, is to take control of what you can. So what you can take control of is your actions, and making sure you're actively engaged in posts and follow-ups and research and all that stuff. And you know what? It's a lot to take in. It really is on any of these pages. It's a lot to take in, especially if you're new and when you're not new, because there's a lot of different angles of which way you can go. So just even if you take 10 or 15 minutes a day, if that's all you have, I really try to work my business a little bit more than that, but for me, I have a little bit more leeway. So since I'm at home with my little guys, but if you don't, go on there and post once a day, or check follow up. If you feel like you haven't posted, follow up with a customer. Just actively do something, block out time daily to make sure you're working your business. That's the only way you're going to kind of continue to advance, is to make sure, because this just doesn't fall in your lap. Unfortunately, I wish it was that case, because that would be fabulous. Everybody would do it, right? If you didn't really have to, work really hard, everybody would be doing this. So because you do have to work a little bit for this, and you really do have to be engaged to make sure you move up in the ranks. That's really important. And to get sponsors, that's another big thing. Check with your friends. It's this all goes into the same thing with taking control. So I know it's a lot to take in. I'm sorry, it's almost 8 minutes. But you can check with these friends. You have friends that continually buy from you. Check with those friends. Say, hey, you know what? Why don't we just why don't you just sign up as a presenter? Especially if you know this person. If I had a girlfriend of mine, like Valerie, I kind of came to her and said, okay, I know you love this makeup. You just need to sign up and do this. But that's because I'm really good friends with her, and I could totally be like that with her. Now, if it's not that close of a relationship, then you say, hey, you know what? Your friends love this makeup. You had an awesome rockin' party. Why don't you just, you could totally be a presenter, and this could be something that there's wonderful perks. You can make it short and simple. You want to make sure that it's short, simple, and to the point. With sponsors. Anything more than that, kind of when you word vomit, that just kind of makes people run, because nobody, it's scary. People are like, no way, I don't want to do that. That puts myself in an uncomfortable position. I don't want to do that. So if you make it fun and simple and make it easy, people are more engaged and more willing to be like, yeah, that totally sounds fun. I totally would do that, because I love the makeup and I want to be able to get the discount. Of course, I want my friends to be able to find it through me. Well, so it's kind of those sort of situations. So really think about those things when things are low. Take control of what you can. All right, guys, I'm here for you. Valerie's here for you. Danielle's here for you. Please let us know if you need anything. And we have some things in the works. Hopefully, really soon, we'll hopefully have our page up and running to where we can have our own page, and instead of all these message chats. And so it's in the works. So we'll talk to you guys later. I hope you have a wonderful day. You guys are, we're We have about 2 more weeks in the month, and so there's a lot that can be done in these 2 weeks. I mean, there could be sponsored, there could be parties, there could be, I don't know, you could sell like 5 lashes, who knows? But it's all up to you. So go out there and do it. All right, talk to you later. Bye.